Here are 5 behaviors that you thought were a failure of willpower or a character flaw, but are actually really important strategies that you're using to manage your ADHD. Number 1, you're constantly munching on tasty snack foods. This can actually be a stimming behavior that's helping you regulate either over or under stimulation. Food is one of the only reliable ways to meet dopamine needs that doesn't require additional focus or executive function and can be accessed while you're doing something else. Number 2, using food to help you with either task initiation or task completion. It is really hard for people with ADHD to either start a task or to see a task through if it's not particularly interesting, novel, or pleasurable. And so using food to boost dopamine can help you get into a task and see it to completion. Number 3, relying on convenience foods or takeout. Convenience foods or foods from restaurants are often tastier and can provide a bigger stimulatory benefit and can be more novel, which can give you a larger boost of dopamine. And this can be really helpful if you are feeling particularly burnt out. Ordering something out is also a much easier way to nourish yourself if you're stuck in decision paralysis, because getting takeout requires one decision and one action, whereas cooking requires multiple decisions, forethought, planning, grocery shopping, cooking, all the steps involved in cooking, plus the cleanup after. And if your energy and executive function capacity is being used up on other things during the day, you may not have enough fuel in the tank to engage in that kind of project. Number 4, you struggle to eat the healthier foods. A lot of people with ADHD or other kinds of neurodivergence may have taste or texture challenges, which can make eating health foods a lot less accessible. Additionally, for a lot of people, especially if you have a history of dieting, eating healthy is often synonymous with putting a lot of effort into something that's a lot less pleasurable, right? So like if you are already burnt out and you don't have the energy to cook in the first place, why would you sacrifice the time that you have to decompress in order to make something that your brain thinks is going to taste like crap? Number 5, overeating in the evening time. Eating a lot in the evening time can help you regulate yourself if you're feeling overstimulated and burnt out from overtaxing yourself during your workday. Additionally, this pattern of overeating at night can be a simple result of undereating during the day. And when our brain senses that we're behind on nourishment, we tend to crave higher calorie, more hyper palatable foods because those are the foods that are going to help you make up the calorie deficit. And so overeating these foods is probably just compensating for the fact that you didn't have enough earlier. It's a strategy that your body is using to keep you in energy balance. All 5 of these behaviors are functionally serving you. They are there for a reason because they are a huge part of how you are continuing to survive. There's nothing inherently good or bad about them. However, for some people, these dynamics can get in the way of your health goals, and it can be really challenging to work on them because most strategies for addressing these sorts of patterns are really focusing on controlling the eating rather than figuring out other ways to meet the needs that the food is fulfilling. And so if you struggle with binge or compulsive eating and you have ADHD and you would like some support in figuring out how to sustainably work on these patterns, I'm currently enrolling for my 8-week ADHD food freedom program. Information on that is in the link in bio. Enrollment closes on March 7th.